So the Premier League season is well and truly over now, and I am completely gutted because we did not win the league, but I'm super proud of the boys. We came up just short of Manchester City, and we go again next season, but it's only right I get into my Premier League team of the season. So I promise you, I'm an Arsenal fan. We know that. But I took that hat off to make this team of the season. I imagined a world where the best players in the Spanish league will make a team, the best players in the whole European team will make an 11 that will face off against each other to see who will win. So that's how I went off with this, making this team. We're about to compete against the best players in every league in Europe. And I picked a team that I think will actually compete and hopefully win. So no bias, zero bias, and let's get into it. So I'm going to start off with my honorable mentions, the players who didn't make the bench, and then I'll head on to my bench players, and then to my starting lineup. And of course, I'll pick the coach. The players need to be managed. So for the honorable mentions, I will kick off with Leon Bailey, the Jamaican boat, a player who always seemed to drop numbers. I had him in my fantasy Premier League almost all season, and he always seemed to get either a goal or an assist, even when he wasn't starting. At the start of the season, Unai Emery saw him as more of an impact player, so he would always come off the bench, but he would always get on the board somehow, either with an assist or with a goal, and that always favored me for my fantasy Premier League. And the next, I will go to the Crystal Palace 3. Eberechi Eze, Olise Mateta. Unbelievable 2024 they've had. We know the injury crisis that Eze and Olise have. They never seem to stay fit, but they are absolutely incredible players. Such talent, and I'm super proud of each and every single one of them. Two of them are Niger boys. I'm proud of them. Hopefully they choose to play for Nigeria. And then the West Ham boys, Mohamed Kudus and Gerard Bowen. Mohamed Kudus, who got that worldy overhead kick against Man City, and then that gave me hope that they could do something, take points off of Manchester City, and we could win the league. But nope, it wasn't meant to be. I reckon if Gerard Bowen, my other name on this list, if he was available, that game might have been different. But we will never know. But they had incredible seasons. I think Gerard Bowen had 16 goals this season. That's incredible. And he was injured a lot too. But what a talent he is. Both left-footed, both quality players. And unfortunately for David Moyes, who's gone now from West Ham, he didn't have them full strength all season. We know Kudus went to the AFCON. I reckon if he was there, they might have pushed on further. So they make my team. Another player who makes my team is Dominic Solanke. What an incredible forward he is. For playing for Bournemouth and doing that well, he deserves all the credit he's gotten this season. Now to my bench. These are players who are not going to make the starting lineup, but can come in at any game and change the game and make a clear impact because they are so effective for the clubs. So here we go with the list. Pickford will be my bench goalkeeper. He had the second best clean sheet, England's #1. What a goalkeeper he is. What a shot stopper. And he's good on his feet as well. He just couldn't beat the man who is my goalkeeper, unfortunately. These next two players really hurt me to put them on the bench, but I absolutely admire them, and it's just what it is sometimes. Some players delivered more than Bukayo Saka and Odegaard, who are super effective for Arsenal. Arsenal captain Odegaard, I think he's the best player with a drop of the shoulders. How many players did he drop this season just by the way he moves? So silky, so much quality. And Bukayo Saka, who always seems to put up numbers, whether it's assists or goals. No matter how poor he seems to be playing, he's so effective. So this was tough for me. Anybody who expected me to be biased in this video, I hope this clearly makes it clear for you now that I am not biased with this one. I truly mean it when I say I put that biased Arsenal love away to make this video, because I want a team that will compete against the Jude Bellinghams, Vinicius Juniors, the Kylian Mbappes of the world, and come out victorious. Now, another player, Alexander Isak. What a player. I wish he played for Arsenal. I think he's better than Jesus. I think he can do everything Jesus can do. But the thing that he can do better than Jesus is score goals. I think he had 19 goals this season. That's incredible return for how much they signed him for. I think they got him for about 70-something. And he's been stellar for them this season. And he was injured for a long time as well. But he's absolute quality, and he makes my bench. Another player who makes my bench, Silva. This guy goes under the radar all the time. How impressive this man has been over the years. And I think he's so good that we sort of like forget about him. He's one of those players who will always do the job. They're always effective on the pitch. We're like, it doesn't matter. We don't see them because they're not flashy or they don't get the goals. But what they do is so pivotal to everything that the club and the team wants to do. Pep Guardiola will say it better than I can. Trust me. I have two more City players on this list, and they are Erling Haaland. Before you guys get on to me, just wait and listen. Yes, Haaland won the Golden Boot, but believe it or not, some striker did better than him, in my opinion. You can fight me in the comment section if you disagree. Haaland, yes, might have gotten the Golden Boot, but we all know that he was far off from his performances last season. He was not the same Haaland. I think a lot of defenders caught up to what he gives to the team, and they were able to nullify that, and fairly easily in some cases. If you look at the running from last season and he's running this year, so many purple patches this year. He just come in, pop in, score 3 goals, score 4 goals, and then he adds to his numbers. Yes, he's the best goal scorer in the league, and he has the Golden Boot to prove that, but there was a more effective striker. And wait for the top for my number 9 starting striker when I get into that team, and you'll be surprised. You probably wouldn't be if you're paying attention. If you're paying attention, you agree with me. I also have Ruben Diaz on my bench. I think he can come in and debutize for my beast of the center backs that I have starting, and he will be a very good replacement if need be. Now to my starting 11, the team that I feel will compete and get results against any other team in world football. Let's start with the goalkeeper, and it's none other than the man who conceded only 24 goals all season, a man who kept 16 clean sheets, none other than David Raya. The man who, when he was signed, everybody questioned Mikel Arteta. Why are you signing a goalkeeper when Aaron Ramsdale has been impressive for you guys over the years? What was the need for this man? You spent 30-odd million on a player you don't need. It doesn't make any sense. But he completely transformed Arsenal backline. Not just with his shot-stopping abilities, but also with the way he passes the ball. His quick thinking and the way he completely eliminates risks sometimes. He absolutely deserves to be my starting goalkeeper. He has earned it. So to the right back position, this one was very difficult for me to decide on. It was a decision between Kyle Walker and Ben White. And as an Arsenal fan, I had to do the right thing and go with Kyle Walker, the man who has stopped Kylian Mbappe, a man who almost completely stopped Vinicius Jr., a man who has stopped almost all the wingers in world football, a legend of the game. He's old now and he's 32. But that man, I think, will be the best defender. As much as this pains me to do, it pains me to leave off Ben White. I was very tempted. But I believe this guy will stop, more than White, any left winger that he comes up against. So it had to be him. The man with lightning pace. I had no choice, guys. Kyle Walker it is at right back. Now to my centre-back pairing, it just had to be the Arsenal boys, Saliba and Gabriel. Saliba, who played 100% of the minutes in the Premier League all season, the first Arsenal player to do so. He was incredible all season, and with his partner, the stronghold of the team, Gabriel, the best centre-back pairing in the league by far, undoubtedly, conceding the least goals. These two men played with a desperation to keep clean sheets. I have never seen that as an Arsenal fan. I've never seen that for us before. So this was not a hard decision for me to do, and the stats back me up on it. And at left back, I have Nathan Ake. What a player he is. Originally a centre-back, but Pep has absolutely transformed him. And it just speaks to how much he is, the ability to adapt to every position in that defensive line. It's nothing but credit to this player. In my opinion, he's the best 1v1 defender in the league. Trust me, I saw him stop Bukayo Saka 3 times this season. So it was an easy decision for me to play him at left back. Now to my midfield 3, I had to go with Rodri. This pains me. This hurt me. Because I feel like if he wasn't in this Man City team all season, they wouldn't have won the league. A player who did not lose a single Premier League game this season. Rodri. Every game City lost this season was because he did not play. And his mentality is ridiculous. He always finds a way to get important goals for his team. And he's so solid. He's amazing with passing the ball. It had to be him. Mentality monster, Rodri in my middle. And joining him, you can see the smile on my face, Declan Rice. If you get signed for over £100 million and people still talk about you being a bargain, at £100 million, you deserve to make it into any team. And with 15 goal contributions this season, he had to be in my team. Now to my attacking midfielder, no surprise here, Phil Foden. I don't need to say too much about Phil Foden. He literally dragged Manchester City to the title with all the goals he scored, all the assists he made, and the hearts he broke, including mine. He had to be in my team. And he also won the Premier League Player of the Season, and rightfully so. He is my number 10. And to my left winger, I hope this doesn't surprise you too much. With 11 goals and 10 assists this season, 21 goal contributions, Anthony Gordon. His growth from Everton to Newcastle has been very impressive, and it has earned him an England call-up. He is my left winger this season. And now to my right. No, it's not Bukayo Saka. No, it's not Mohamed Salah. It's the man you expect it to be, Cole Palmer. When he said no to Pep and said that, no, I deserve to play, everybody was like, who is this kid with this much confidence? He has proven himself at Chelsea. In my opinion, he plays in the wrong side of London, the wrong team in London, the blue side of London. But as much as I hate his team, I cannot deny the immense talent that this young man has. With 22 goals and 11 assists this season, I would be silly to leave him out of my starting 11. He's also earned himself an England call-up, and he's probably booked his ticket to the Euros. Southgate would be silly not to take him. What an absolute player, and he's locked down that right wing position. And now to the man who holds down the number 9 position that starts as my main striker over Erling Haaland is none other than Ollie Watkins. Right foot, left foot, headed goals, he scores them all. And with 19 goals and 13 assists, with 0 penalties scored, he makes my starting lineup for the 2023-2024 Premier League season. I understand that some of you might say, but Erling Haaland won the Golden Boot. How would you start somebody who didn't score the most goals as your top striker, the man who gets you the goals? And I'll tell you why. If you take away penalties, this man has 32 goal contributions. 7 more than the nearest player, Erling Haaland. So he does it all. 19 goals with 0 penalties. I would put him in my starting lineup because he can do both. He can score me goals and he can also get other players into the game and assist them and aid us in winning in any tournament that we play. So Ollie Watkins it is for me. If you disagree, tell me in the comment section. I'm really curious to hear what you guys have to say. And obviously, my team needs a manager, and it's none other than the maestro, the legend, Pep Guardiola. Yes, it hurt me to say I could not pick Mikel Arteta. Should I tell you why? He did not win the league. He came close. He's come closer than he ever has. He's the only man who has pushed Pep. But that's all he did. Pushed. He did not win it because of the desire and hunger Pep Guardiola shows. It had to be him. I'm sorry, guys. That winning mentality everywhere he goes is what every manager aspires to achieve. It's what I hope Mikel Arteta can accomplish someday. That level of hunger, no matter how many you've won. Winning 4 Premier Leagues in a row, where does he find the desire? You would think he would have stopped. Oh, I've won it 3 times. I can take my foot off the pedal. Doesn't exist for this man. He has to coach my team against any other squad. He had to be Pep, man. He had to be Pep. And he hurt me to do that. But Pep is my favorite manager, probably the best manager in world football the world has ever seen. Not just in this era. In my opinion, at least. And in Arteta's opinion as well. He says it himself. So, there you have it, guys. That's my team of the season. Those are my bench players, the honorable mentions. Let me know who your best players were this season. Let me know who you would take away from this team or who you will put in the comments section. It truly, truly helps out. This was fun to do. This is a very long video to film because I had to make sure I get my words in right. But if you're new, please consider subscribing. It truly, truly helps me out. Take care. God bless. Peace.